Chicago Bears defensive lineman Jared Allen. How are you, Jared?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm hanging in there. When I say how you doing, I mean for you, that's definitely a very, I guess, germane question with you having battled pneumonia this year. Walk me through how you're feeling and how you are physically, Jared.
It took some out of me for a few weeks there, but you know what? I was able to get back on it and feeling good now. Coming off the bye week, all healed up and ready to rock and roll.
So what is the status of the Chicago Bears right now? Everybody's been talking about your locker room isn't together and this offense and defense isn't on the same page. What can you tell me about the behind the scenes, Jared?
I think we're good. We're just like any team. You have your ups and you have your downs. But we got a good group of guys here. Everybody works hard. Everybody likes each other. We had a good week of practice. We're in a big media market, so some things get blown out of proportion. You got a bunch of highly competitive guys that want to win, and sometimes when things aren't going the right way and you're not playing consistent football. Things can get kind of taken out of context and blown out of proportion. But no, we got a great group of guys that as cliche it is, we're just working, and we know we underperformed the first half, and we'd like to have a few of those games back, but we still got 8 games to do what we need to do, and we got our whole division ahead of us, and it starts Sunday night against Green Bay.
So it's that old adage, nothing to see here, keep moving on. Keep moving on.
Yeah, pretty much. It's that way week in and week out. You're gonna, when you have highly competitive people, alpha males, people are gonna butt heads at times. But it's nothing crazy. I wouldn't say, by any means we have a splintered locker room. And I heard all those reports that, we laugh, we all joke, laugh together, have a good time. This week was a great week of practice, and we just understand that we have a talented team and we had high expectations. And at 3-5. We haven't reached those expectations, but, our goals are still in front of us, and it's just time to play consistent football and get on a streak here.
So how do you get Rodgers down, right? I mean, so many quarterbacks you want to get off the spot. He's the one guy you definitely don't want to do that to, because that's where he's perhaps his most dangerous. How do you approach somebody as great as Aaron Rodgers?
Well, you can't take a passive approach. You still got to play aggressive. We got to do some things to disguise some coverages, that kind of stuff, and see if we can get him to pump and hold the ball. But again, it starts. I've always believed it starts on first and second down. If we can be solid on first and second down, create some negative plays, force them in third and longs, or force them to second and longs, and force them to spread the field. I feel like then we can kind of dictate and throw stuff at them. But if we allow them to be in second and short the whole time, and dictating us, then it's a long day, and you allow him to get in a rhythm. So as much as you don't want him running around freely, you got to make Aaron move on your terms, and that's going to be the best way. Is if we can get him to focus on the rush and not have his eyes down the field, then we can have some success. But if we can't, it can be a long day.
How much of a benefit will it be to have Jay Ratliff back too, Jared?
Oh, it's huge. Jay in the middle. You guys see what he did. His presence in the Atlanta game, the way he played in that Miami game, and we even went back and looked at that New England game. And if we do some things again, if we're a little better on first and second down, and we can knock a couple of those balls down in the short passing game, and we had some good rushes. He had a couple of plays up the middle where I don't know if anybody can get to the quarterback faster. So he's a beast in the middle, and having him back is huge, and he opens up a lot of gates for a lot of us.
Jared Allen, or the Rhinestone Cowboy, as Dion refers to him, the Bears defensive end, is joining me here on the Rich Eisen Show. He loves calling you that Rhinestone Cowboy, Jared. He loves it. He loves it when you rope people up and all of that stuff.
Oh, absolutely. I grew up on a horse ranch, so got to give credit to all the working cowboys out there.
Yeah, have you gotten flagged where somebody thought you've gone to the ground doing that roping?
No,
Jared,
not yet. They told me a few years back, it was like week 3, they told me I couldn't put my knee on the ground anymore. I don't really see how that's a penalty, but
right.
I still I try to make sure it's close, but noticeable that it's not on the ground.
Okay. Yeah, we just want to look out for you there, Jared. You got to be very careful.
Fine enough in this league. I don't need to give away any more money.
Yeah, I know. So I know, listen, the Vikings-Packers rivalry is no slouch. But, the Bears-Packers is something different, or at least that's what we're told in the national media. What about you? You missed the first game, but what about you now getting set to play in this one in Lambeau?
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I think everybody in the North has a rivalry with the Packers. But yeah, this Bears one is something that has been talked about. I think it's more so because they're two of the first franchises. You look at the history between the Bears and the Packers, just as far as legendary coaches and players and Super Bowl titles that. And they're not being that far apart. I think that's what really amps it up for the fans. And I'm excited. Like I said, I don't think it gets any bigger stage. Sunday Night Football, at Lambeau Field, and I think obviously you get to play in our home game here. But I'm excited to get after it. And that's just going to add a little extra energy. But at the end of the day, it's still football. It's still fundamentals. You still got to beat the guy in front of you.
Must win? Is it a must win for Chicago?
Yeah, every game I believe is a must-win. We only get 16 of them, so
you went cliche on me, Jared.
What's that?
You went cliche on me there.
But yeah, it was a must-win. I think we can't go down 3 on a 3-game slide, and you got to look at the overall. You think 10-6 is going to get you to the tournament minimum. We gave away. We don't have too many losses that we can give up anymore. So, I think from here on out we're in some must-win situations.
All right, Jared. Thanks for joining. Real quick, before I let you go, give me the website where people can find out what's going on with you and your charity work.
You can go to helpingheroesgala.com. And we're having a gala November 21st here in Chicago, and all the money goes to my foundation, Jared Allen's Homes for Wounded Warriors, where we build and remodel homes and make them handicap accessible for our wounded vets coming home from Iraq and Afghanistan. So that's helpingheroesgala.com.
You got it, Jared. We'll go to that right now, bud.
Thanks, Rich. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, thanks for joining. Same here. That's Jared Allen.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern. On Audience.